Hello, welcome to Swahili Kingdom, and today we are doing where to start and how to improve learning Swahili. So if you are a beginner, an intermediate or an advanced, so this one is going to help you. And if you want to contribute on something in this topic, you can join using the link that is in the comments. You can join this link on the comments so that we can. And by the way, today we have some guests. We have Abdul Karim, who will be joining us soon. I don't know if he will be able to join us or because he hasn't replied yet, but I know if he finds out about this, he's going to join us because I had told him earlier. And we also have Mariana. You know Mariana, right? Mariana is also teaching Swahili. Learn Swahili with Mariana. We have a YouTube channel named like that, and she teaches speaking in Swahili. So that is another strategy if you want to improve your Swahili and maybe you are at an intermediate or almost advanced level and you want to improve your listening skills. You can use her channel. You can go to her channel and make sure you subscribe, because when you hear especially a native speaking in Swahili, it will be easier for you. Hi Mariana.
Mambo Koni.
Poa sana. Mambo?
Poa za siku nyingi.
Poa sana.
Sauti yangu kidogo ni mbaya.
Sauti yako iko sawa. Sauti yako iko sawa.
Uko peke yako?
Bado ni na kuna pia mtu mwingine ila sijui ni nani. Sijui nani. Sasa hizi ndio najaribu kuwakaribisha watu nikiwaambia Abdul Karim pia anakuja. Sijui kama atafaulu. Afu ndio nawaambia pia your YouTube channel yako unafunza kwa Kiswahili. Sasa kama kuna mtu ambaye kama venye tunaongea leo, our topic today, where to start and how to improve learning Swahili. So if you are an intermediate, kama wewe ni mtu hapo katikati na unataka kujifunza kusikiliza, kuzungumza, mtu akifuata channel yako atasikiliza kwa haraka. Kwa sababu anasikia venye mtu anaongea, na hiyo ndo mojawapo ya vitu ambavyo mtu anafaa kufuatilia, kusikiliza venye watu wanaongea. Sana sana wakaaji wa huko wa hiyo lugha, wasemaji wa hiyo lugha, kusikiliza venye wanaongea, kufuatilia, hivyo tu. Sasa ndio nilikuwa nawaambia kuhusu channel yako. Kama kuna mtu na channel ya Mariana iko kwenye description. Mariana's channel is in the description box, so so you can go and subscribe to her channel. Abdul Karim, we are still waiting for you. You join us so that we can continue. And if there is someone who wants to share something, maybe you have been learning and in your Swahili journey you have learned something that you can help a beginner with, you can join us so that you will share your strategies, what you use, and so on. So I had written some notes of what I use, especially when I learn some other languages, and I know for what, especially Swahili beginners, what you should focus on, because mara nyingi, most of the times, people go and start learning a language but they don't know where to start. And most of the times, each language has somewhere that you need to start so that you can improve faster. For instance, Swahili, you should start with if you are a complete beginner and you don't know anything and you really want to improve your Swahili faster, I'm talking about improving faster, you should know where to start from, and you should start from the Swahili noun classes, ngeli za Kiswahili, because those are the roots in Swahili. If you know those things, then you are going to improve very fast. Trust me. What do you say about that, Mariana?
Well, come up again. Hata nilikuwa nimeshasahau ni lugha gani tunatumia, kama ni Kiswahili ama
Unaweza tumia lugha yoyote, unaweza tumia Kiswahili, unaweza tumia Kizungu. Karibuni wageni, sisi tunawapenda sana. Unaweza tumia Kiswahili ama unaweza tumia Kizungu. Lugha yoyote unayoipenda.
Kwani?
Ulikuwa umepotea kidogo.
Mashallah, lakini nimekuwa nzuri kutoka asubuhi. Nilikuwa nakuuliza ni lugha gani ambayo tunatumia, Kiswahili au Kiingereza?
Tumia lugha yoyote. Lakini kwa sababu tunaelezea na kwanza tunaongea kuhusu watu ambao wanaanza, beginners, pengine ingekuwa vizuri kama unaweza tumia Kiingereza hapa kwa kuelezea kuhusu ngeli.
Kwa kweli, wanafunzi wangu ambao wanaanza waga siwatajii ngeli kabisa. Ngeli ni mawe. Siwatajii kabisa. Unaona, ukiwatajia wanaogopa. Kwa hiyo ukianza nao usianze na ngeli. Mfano, mtu ambaye anaanza kujifundisha Kiswahili anafaa, like a person who is starting to start Kiswahili, learning Kiswahili for the first time, depending on the type of level of this person. So this person can be a first Swahili, learning Swahili as a first language. Secondly, they might be learning Swahili as a second language, or even third or fourth. So it depends. Someone who is starting to learn Kiswahili as a first language, pia lazima utampeleka mbio juu hana lugha nyingine kwenye akili yake, yani he's starting from zero. So this is a person who is starting to learn Kiswahili. Hapo unaweza kumpea pole. Start simple with regular things. Kitabu, kikombe, simple things. Alafu also giving commands na some verbs. Verbs zinasaidia mtu sana kujifundisha. Now, once you learn some simple words and they get familiar with the structure and they see how Kiswahili is quite simple and they like it. So, and also you have to be fun. Some nice songs, tell them a little bit about the cultural parts, how beautiful the language is, the type of foods that we eat, love with the fabrics that we have, you know, like where we come from, what we in wanafanya and all that. So honestly, for me, I'd love with the. I normally start with the fun. So let's play, let's jump, let's sing, let's eat Kenyan food. You know, let's prepare food. Let's look for the best dress codes. You know, like funny things like the matatu culture. You know, like how people speak. You might go somewhere like at the coast, ukienda pwani unapata watu wanaongea lugha tofauti, yani si tofauti, wao wako polepole kidogo, watu ambao wanakaa bara Nairobi. Mtu ambaye anazungumza Kiswahili kutoka Nairobi anaongea haraka zaidi Mombasa. Kwa hiyo unapozungumza, when you speaking, especially the inlanders, watu ambao wanatoka bara, inabidi mtu pole, unaongea pole ndio mtu aelewe. So hata akianza kujifundisha for the first time, so lazima you identify this person, ujue kama ni lugha anajifunza Kiswahili kama lugha yake ya kwanza. Second part, utatambua lugha yake ya kwanza, unamuuliza kwa nini, kwa sababu you're lost in the way if you don't know what you want. Mfano, I get some students, they wanajifunza katika wanachoka. So remind them about their goals. What was your goal? What was the initial goal? Au unataka kufanya kazi Kenya, unataka kufanya kazi Mombasa au lazima mtu ajue ni nini na msukuma Labda naweza kuwa ni mtu tu kama sisi ambaye hajui Kiswahili na anapendezwa sana na watu ambao wamezungumza Kiswahili na angependa kuboresha zaidi. Now, this person will allow me to unmute so I hope wanaelewa so I'll try to speak one language. What do you think?
Yeah, I think what you are saying is very nice. Yeah, yes, of course, now classes are very hard, and I think you have changed my perception on what I was thinking, because what I usually thought was Judith is here. Hello, Judith. Judith is the one who suggested this topic, and she is the one who suggested this topic, and she was my classmate back in college. Hi Judy, welcome. So as I was saying, for me it was like when we want to learn Swahili, I think your mind should be focused on the noun classes, but as you have said, you should always start with the small things. Small steps will always make something for you to continue. So you should start with the small things, learning how to not just saying, but you can start from hearing and seeing the words and writing them. For example, the words like kikombe, a cup, mwalimu, mwanafunzi. Those vocabularies are also very important. When you don't have the vocabularies, you can't go anywhere. So you need the vocabularies. Maybe you should start with those small vocabularies, and after
sorry to cut you short, Connie. Another thing, don't give them too much vocabularies. I remember this time when I was learning French, I used to be so overwhelmed with the vocabularies. So for me, I did not like too much vocabularies, because you can have 100% vocabulary, but you can speak nothing. So the best thing is to go kidogo tu, as in hata kama ni 10 words a day, and then build on that pole. So you start small. Like now that you've learned about kikombe, how can you construct a sentence with a kikombe? Mfano, mimi ninapenda kikombe. I like a cup. So we start from there. Now, kikombe hiki ni kizuri. This cup is great. Now, you develop from that cup. You can start counting, for example, like the cups, 4 cups, 5 cups, and then you ask them, you test them like, then out of that, whole lesson for that word. Mind you, you have added verbs, you have added a lot of things from that word. Now, you can create a story. Your favorite. So,
Mariana, your voice is a bit
low.
At some point we can't hear you. At some point we can.
And now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I have to shout my voice. That is goody. I'd love to know how Judy is speaking. Like if she has questions or not, and how we can do this. So, can you hear me now? Is my voice clear?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so I will raise it a little bit, so I feel like I'm shouting. So yeah, we were speaking about that one word. Now from that a cup we develop. My favorite cup is blue in color. Kikombe nikipendacho ni rangi ya blue. Kombe hiki ni kubwa, kombe hiki ni kidogo, kombe hiki ni kizuri. Na ni kwa nini unakipenda? Why do you like? Nakipenda kwa sababu mimi huweka chai labda, nikitengeneza au nimeweka na nikashereza. And sometimes let's talk about this cup. Let's talk about your favorite cup. When was the last time you saw a cup? Like you develop something from that. From there, unapata kukumbuka hiyo word cup. You remember the sentences about the cup, because the talking about things that I like them. So if it comes from the student, always put the non context. For example, in just scientific session, we are not using we are trying to make love our beautiful Swahili. And how can they, people have to know themselves. For example, we like to talk about you're so pretty, you have beautiful eyes. Look at the shape of your mouth. It's so pretty. You see now, if somebody tells you that, you will feel like all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, she's noticing my face. You see, like this person is noticing the shape of my face. So it will be like from the teacher to the student. And now, if you joke about it, because people love talking about themselves, and you said you have not to know what to expect. So if it's a student oriented type of learning, it's always best to yeah. Where to start? You have a question?
I think for me, especially if you are a beginner, you should start by defining your goals. For instance, why do you want to learn Swahili? Those are the things that they will motivate you in the long run. So you should look for those things in the beginning before you can continue, because when you are a beginner, there is no much to learn. So you only have small steps to make. So with those small steps, take advantage of those other things. Go back and have a meeting with yourself. Ask yourself, why do you want to learn Swahili? What will make you motivated? Which methods do you like to use? And if you have never learned another language and this is your first language, you can go to, because if you have never learned another language and this is your first language for you to learn, you will not have the experience of asking yourself, why do you want to learn this language? Which methods are good for me? So this is the time for you to try all the methods, and by trying all the methods, you go on the internet. We have Google, we have YouTube, we have all the resources these days. So you just go to Google and you can search which are the methods for learning languages in general, or which are the methods for learning Swahili, and you will get a lot of options. Then go and try the methods, try and see which method will suit you, because not everyone is made for every method.
Sorry to cut you short. So we were speaking about someone who is starting to learn Kiswahili as personal, like they don't have a teacher, right? This is someone who is starting to learn Kiswahili for the first time, self-taught.
Yeah, I'm
And
talking
you can
about
go to
that.
Kiswahili Kingdom. Yay!
Yes, I'm talking about that one. Someone who maybe has not yet started, but they are wishing or willing to learn, but they don't have a teacher. They don't know from where they should start from. Yeah. So that's what I think you should be doing before you start, because those are the things some of the things that will speed up your learning. Because when you start learning a language, and learning a language is not easy, believe me, it is not that easy. So Marianne, I think you are typing at the, where are you typing? Because it is coming at the other place instead of the other place.
Oh, wow.
You should type at the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
safi.
as it's okay. So that because I have seen you are typing very important things, but the others are not able to see when you are typing there.
Okay, let me correct that real quick.
Okay. So I was saying, if you are somebody, or you are somebody who is willing to learn, you want to learn, but you don't have a teacher, you don't have an internet. Yeah, that is one of the problems, and it is very solvable, solutionable, something like that. You can solve it. Maybe you don't have an internet, you don't have, maybe you have an internet, of course. In this, I don't know if there's someone who doesn't have an internet. Maybe you have a small internet, or a little internet, and you don't have a teacher. You are just like that, but you are willing, you want to learn that language. So let me tell you this: when you go to Facebook, there are groups for people. Vadency, let's see what Vadency is saying. Vadency, I want to learn Swahili because my love speaks Swahili. Okay, that is one of the motivations that I'm saying. You should have the motivation of why you want to learn Swahili or any other language that you want to learn. So let's go back to what I was saying. I was saying, if you are someone who doesn't have much internet, doesn't have a teacher, you don't know where to start from, but you want to learn Swahili, you can go to Facebook. There are many groups for learning Swahili. Go and you can join any of the groups that you want, and afterwards you will see the group that is productive for you and stay, and the other ones you leave. You can go to, because some of the people say that YouTube is a bit expensive. Maybe you can go to YouTube when you have advanced your Swahili a bit. Maybe when you have some resources, some things that can help you. There are also WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp groups where people help each other. You can just go there, and by the way, some people are very kind, so you can, when you find someone, you can, maybe WhatsApp has country codes, maybe you can find someone from your country or someone from the country that you love and they are learning Swahili. Go talk to that person privately, tell them maybe you are just starting to learn, blah blah blah, explain everything to them. Maybe they also have an interest for a partner to learn Swahili, and you will partner up just like that, and you will start improving your Swahili as you go. And remember, initially you didn't know how to improve or where to start from. So that is those are the two major ones. And another thing, you can go to Telegram. We also have Discord. Where you can partner with people, you can join voice call. So it depends with what you have and what you are willing to do. Another thing you should think about is the time. Are you willing to spare the time, because you want to learn Swahili, right? So are you willing to spare the time for learning that Swahili? So that is another thing that many people have issues. Like sometime I had someone who texted me, and I'm not sure if it was a he or a she. I'm not very sure, because I don't ask most of the time. So that someone texted me, and they were saying that they want to learn Swahili, but sometimes they not sometimes, but they don't have enough time, or they don't have enough time for Swahili. So what I was telling that person is, if you want to start learning a language, one of the things you should think about is, do I have the time? And let me tell you something, by the way. If you want to do something, you will create time for it. You won't say if you don't have the time, or you will do whatever thing. You will create time for it, you will create time for it so that you can have the spare time to be learning. So that is another thing. Mariana had left. I don't know, she has a problem with her internet or something. Mariana, what happened?
No, I'm trying to put my comments on the commentary, but I can't find a way. I'm
I
sorry.
think you should go to the comments, the very top one.
Yeah, I still can't find a way. Oh
Okay,
no.
Judith is telling us, I agree, it's only getting to know why you want to learn the very language. This is enough to drive someone at whichever place they want to. Yes, that is the first motivation. Why do you want to learn that language? Do you want to learn it for traveling? If you want to learn it for traveling, go catch the phrases, and when you know why you want to learn that language, you will know how or which strategy to use. Because I see most of the people that are learning the language for traveling, they are not immersing themselves so much. So they're just getting the vocabularies, getting how the words goes, getting people to talk to, they're just getting everything everywhere. But there are those people who are learning a language because maybe they want to go and stay there for a month or maybe for work. So those people are the ones that they want to immerse themselves. They want someone to practice. Those are the people that some of them are very serious that you can sometimes get perplexed.
Connie, can you also add something? Like, for example, there are PDF documents online whereby you can find them as in people who have written books and they haven't, published exactly. So you can always find those PDF. They're quite useful. There are so many online. We have many groups. The way you have just talked about the WhatsApp groups, there's so many. Swahili Kingdom, they have a WhatsApp group. Swahili with Mariana, there's a WhatsApp group. Swahili with Abdul Karim, there's a WhatsApp group. And these are people you can reach directly. These are teachers who are available, who are ready to teach you for free. Like this. It's always nice when you impart learning or language or knowledge to someone for free because it makes you better. So that's what you see there. And also there are some books online, offline. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's this simplified Kiswahili. It's an English Swahili book, simplified Kiswahili. It's 2000 text sent there. And there's a lot of books. There's Kiswahili. I had two of them. But the sentence are really fine. The hard ones, the hard copy ones, if you're learning Kiswahili as a second or third language. But there are many resources, many resources. A lot of this the one that you advertising on your channel. There's also the one that
Yeah, the link up especially, it is for people who like learning languages the what will I say, the fun way. There are different types of people in learning languages. There are those people who are very serious. They don't want jokes or games, and there are those who want to learn through games and jokes. So Link Up is one of the apps that can help you if you want to learn languages through games. You want an interactive session, but you don't want someone to be with you. You just want to learn with the app, but you want it to be interactive with no other third party. So Link Up can help you with that. It is a very nice app for that. But for those who are serious into studying, I think that will not suit them very much.
Yes. What else have I forgotten? Where to start? You start from alphabets. A, B, C, D. You start from the alphabets. I mean, how do you spell your name in Kiswahili? like so simple things. After alphabet, you develop sentence structure. You can give yourself some goals. For example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have 7 days in a week. So you say, today I'm going to learn 5 Swahili words and I'm going to put them into practice. You also need to get a Swahili speaker, a partner who will help you move. Like Judy, is it Judy or someone who spoke about having a partner who is a Swahili speaker? So having a partner who is a Swahili speaker helps you a lot because they speak the language, they know how to articulate the words, so it's going to be simple for you. Yeah, especially now that love is involved and it's coming, the all chemistry is coming in the learning of the language. So it becomes and you find yourself just getting things like after 3 months you're already like so much you have covered maybe 30% of the vocabularies and maybe 20% of fluency or just some words. Like if you give yourself a goal, say 2022, I want to learn Swahili from beginner to intermediate. So by then it's in July, that is half a year. I've already moved from beginner to intermediate. How do I do that? Every day learning 5 words. Kitabu, kuimba, kucheza. And then you try to create sentences with them. And then you write those sentences down. And then you have monologues. Actually, I remember when I was learning French, I used to have a lot of monologue. You speak to yourself. Somebody might think, oh my God, this woman is crazy. But no, this woman is not crazy. You must start to speak, like having a monologue by yourself, and then it becomes crazy. Then after 2 days, you realize, oh la la, what word has stuck in my head? And you're like, oh, I can remember it. I see the word in my eyes, I see the eye inside of my head of something. So it becomes easier for you. Mimi, ninataka maji. I want water. And then you repeat that 10 times. You're good to go. And then the next day, you try to remember. Sentence. What was it? Started with M. That word I learned. Maji. Yes, maji. But what was the sentence? And mimi ninataka maji. I want water. And then by then it was one day when you started on Monday, you'll find out that you're recapping all these sentences that you've been learning. By then it's Sunday, you are a pro. And then, oh my God, those are some words you've learned. And then you're like, yay, at least you can write them down. I feel good. And then plus there are many songs online from Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya. People sing in Kiswahili, the likes of Diamond, the likes of our own here, they speak Kiswahili and they sing in Kiswahili. So if you listen to their words and then you speak and try to understand, mostly it's local Kiswahili, but the structure is actually the same. It's just that the vocabulary might be a little bit hard for a start. But if you listen to a song once, twice, 4 times, 5 times, you find yourself singing to the lines, even if it's not correct. Yeah, the same way as English. You're like, oh my God, I've been singing this lyric so wrongly in a long time. I'm like, what? I've been learning English for a very long time. But now the same way happens in Kiswahili because it's a language. We've been learning English since we were young. Now, at this point, let's say kindergarten, 3 years, primary school, 8 years, high school, 4 years, campus, 3, 4, 5 years. You've been learning English, but you find a word that you ever found. So a language is something that it's alive. So if you speak it, you put it into life. But if you don't speak it, it dies. The same way in English, the same in another language, like the way when you're learning Italian. So that would be language.
What did you say?
The concept is the same. There's nothing. You start slow, pole, simple sentences. But then you finish and you're like, oh, it's been 4 weeks. I can write good sentences in Kiswahili. And then if you have a partner who is speaking Kiswahili the same way to you, you're like, wow. You can see the milestone. You can see the milestone you can be happy soon. Where to start? Start small. Start small, even if it's 2 words in a day, 5 words in a day, 10 words in a day. Start small. It always helps. And then sing to the lyrics, sing to the song. Yeah, dance to the song. That's so nice. Oh my God. Yeah. The African beat is always there with it. So you can dance in the house alone. Somebody might think that you're a crazy person, but it always works.
Okay, let's see what Vadency is saying. Vadency is saying, yeah, I enjoyed playing Link Up the same time I learned a lot. Yeah, if you like learning something while playing games or having an interactive session, Link Up will help you. And then Eduardo is here. Hello, hujambo. Eduardo is an aspiring polyglot. I don't know if it's polyglot or polyglot. Polyglot. Eduardo is an aspiring polyglot, someone who wants to learn 7 languages and above. I mean to know 7 languages and above. He also has a channel where he's telling other people. This is someone who has learned several languages, so he knows some methods, some tricks. So he's also sharing the tricks and methods that he uses to learn languages. So you can follow Eduardo for more language tips. So let's continue. As you are saying, Mariana, you know, I found this surprising. I also like listening to songs and such things, listening to songs and singing to the lyrics. But you know, there are some people who don't like songs. There are some people who don't like songs. I don't know. They just don't like hearing to songs or the lyrics. So they just put away.
How can we help this person? So, if this person doesn't like songs, sorry to cut you short, Connie. Oh my bad. Okay, so if this person doesn't like songs, I think they can just start like listening to the poems. Okay, we have beautiful poems. We have very beautiful Swahili poems that are always compiled in books. Just go to, especially someone who is in Kenya, for example. They can go to textbook center here in Nairobi. They have many branches. They can buy books, poetic books. They're so beautiful. And you just like once you read it, it rings in your head and it rings in your mind. And even in YouTube, you can go to YouTube, search for shairi. These are mashairi, these are poems. So you just Google it and just listen to the way. Some have a rhythm, some don't. So it depends with what you really like and what you love doing. There are those ones who like listening to podcasts. We have BBC, they have news at 6:30 East African time. And we also have RFE, Radio France International. They have their English and Swahili service. Swahili news at around 6 to 7 every evening, in the morning and in the evening. So you can just put like in your calendar time to listen to BBC or time to listen to RFE or time to listen to any local languages. Those are international ones. And we also have Voice of America. They can also listen to watch news and listen to Swahili news. And yeah, what else? Apart from local channels, they can even go to Azam, Tanzania, there, our neighbors, and listen to their Kiswahili, which is the dialect is a bit different, but the sense is the same, the language is the same, just that the way they speak is different from the way we speak.
Yeah, the Tanzanian Swahili is very deep and very, I don't know. But
No,
it
no,
is
I think I
nice.
like the way they speak.
Yeah.
For them, they don't have any other language. Oh, like us, yeah, English. Our mother, we must learn maternal. We have a mother tongue. We also have those other languages. And for them, it's only Kiswahili, and possibly they've learned Kiswahili all through their education period. Like once they're small, the education system is in Kiswahili and ours is in English. So we are doing Kiswahili as a compulsory language, but we speak it at home and everything. Otherwise, we we use two languages, English and Kiswahili. But I still love Kiswahili. You know,
Yeah.
I Kiswahili anytime. So yeah, it's a beautiful language.
And
Yeah.
then another thing I think they should know, if you are learning Swahili and maybe you are a a point where you don't know where to go. Let's say you want to, I'm talking about accents. Maybe you want the Kenyan accent, or you want the Tanzanian accent. By the way, do you know the person who you, when you are learning the language, the person who you are close with, or your language partner, you are going to take their accent. That is definite, because when you are learning a language, it's like you are a child, you are starting to learn something new, so you also catch on their accent. So when you are learning with someone, maybe when you want a Tanzanian accent, you can be watching a Kenyan YouTube channel, or whichever method that you can use to be learning. But make sure when you acquire a partner, get a partner from Tanzania, because when you want the Tanzanian accent, you can't get it from a partner in Kenya. And if you want a Kenyan accent, go and get a partner from Kenya. But all the other methods, you can use whichever method you want, but when in getting a partner, because a partner will be the one who will be pronouncing, correcting your speech maybe sometimes. So yeah, get a partner from Tanzania if you want the accent from Tanzania, and if you want the accent from Kenya, get someone from Kenya. And by the way, you can easily do this. You can easily do this by
Sorry, I will cut you short. What I know is, let me tell you, Connie, you see, like, you might think that you have a Kenyan accent, but you basically have your first language accent. For example, someone who is Italian, they will speak with an Italian accent, although they speak Swahili. Like us, for us, we speak English, but you might find some element of our first language in the language that we're speaking. So I don't think, if not unless you're forcing things. Like, for example, if you leave Kenya and go to America, and then you start speaking like, oh, you see, when you come here, shit like that. So it's funny. If you don't fake it, if you're just naturally like that, the accent that you have is yours and it's unique. It's just that this person, if they have lived in such an area, for example, they go to Tanzania and they live there for like more than 5 years, I think that is when they will have that accent. Yeah, they will
so
pick it where they
you don't believe that a language partner can influence your accent?
Okay, to some extent, yeah, but your originality will still remain. Will still be the
Yeah.
same. You still
So
have
that's
that.
why I'm saying, even though your originality will remain, your language partner will have a big take on your accent. I'm very sure of that, because maybe I have experienced I have partially experienced it or not, but I know it and I have read it. I know that, for instance, when even if you are a Kenyan and you go and maybe at an early age, maybe let's say when you are 8 or 6 years, and you go and stay with someone from Tanzania, and in that house they don't speak the Swahili from Kenya, you will catch that accent. You know that?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, when you are starting to learn a language, it's like you are a child. You are a child in learning that language. So when you get someone with a certain accent that you want, you might get that accent too, because that person will influence you, just like a child is influenced by other people. So that's how I see it. I don't know how, I don't understand, or I don't know how you are seeing it or you are viewing it, but that's how I'm seeing it. So how about your French accent? How did you get it?
My French accent.
Mhm.
I don't think if I have an accent, but I speak like just a Kenyan. I don't know. I wish you were speaking French. Maybe somebody will tell me if it's what accent I picked. If it's from France or Canada or from West Africa.
Yeah, for instance, let me talk about which language is spoken. Let me talk about Spanish. Maybe there's Spanish from Spain, Mexico,
The US.
Casablanca, Mexico, Casablanca, and all those people and all those places, I mean. So when you want to get a certain accent, maybe you want to get an accent from Mexico, I think you should get a Mexican partner. Like when you go and take a partner from Spain, you know they pronounce differently. People from Spain pronounce Spanish different from people from Mexico. So when you get a Mexican partner, your accent will be from there and not from Spain. So you see, that's what I mean by Swahili from Kenya and Tanzania. We have very different accents. So when you get someone from Tanzania or someone from Mombasa, your accent will not be like from someone from Nairobi. So it depends which accent do you want. So if you are on an intermediate level and you are looking for someone to practice with, be cautious. Be cautious on which accent you want. Or if you are not, maybe you are not interested in that, you can get anyone. There's no problem. It's your choice. It's your choice.
Okay, where to start? Now we've really covered where to start. How to improve learning Swahili.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we really coiled it in such a way that it's a package. You know, like if you are stuck between intermediate and a pro, between intermediate and advanced, how will you lift yourself from intermediate to advanced? First of all, you have to put your interest at first. Like, return back to the goal. Why are you learning this? Do you want to work in East Africa? Do you want to go to, for example, the islands where they speak Swahili? They have an accent that is a bit different. That sounds like a Creole. If you want to go to, for example, DRC Congo, mashariki ya Afrika, inaitwa mashariki ya demokrasia yeah, or democracy, so they speak another form of Kiswahili that is a mixture of French and Kiswahili. It really sounds nice.
Wait a minute. Vadency is chatting in Tagalog here. Vadency kindly chat in English or Kiswahili because not everyone here can understand Tagalog. Kindly. Okay, you can continue, Mariana.
Yeah, I was talking about the accent that is found in East DRC. Yeah, they have a different. They mix their Kiswahili with French. The same way Kenyans try to mix their Kiswahili and English. So if you listen beyond the way they throw in some French words in their Kiswahili. So the same way, and sometimes they mix English and Kiswahili depending on who for the first time. But basic things are all in Kiswahili. How do you improve from an intermediate to an advanced? First of all, remember your goal. Maybe you want to work in East Africa or Central Africa or even South Africa. Yeah, remember your goal. Know why you want to learn Kiswahili. Is it that you're doing it for your thesis, or is it that you're doing it as a subject in the university? Are you learning it just for fun, or you're learning it because one of your relatives is a Swahili speaker? You see, or maybe your partner is a Swahili speaker. Just remember, you want to improve. How can you move from an intermediate level to an advanced level? So we go back to basics. Yeah. The words that you've been learning, what you've been learning, you put them into practice. For example, if you're to travel to East Africa in maybe 3 months, you start like refreshing yourself. You go back to, they also have Duolingo. But I don't like the examples, sentences in Duolingo, they're quite funny. Like, it's so funny examples. So yeah, you can start with Duolingo. Start with Duolingo a little bit. Try to find, you know, resources online. We have a lot of cheat sheets online that can help you. Learn Kiswahili with Mariana. Learn Kiswahili. Make a video. Try to remember the words. Come to Kiswahili Kingdom, yeah, Swahili Kingdom. Try to understand what Connie is saying. Connie's talked about a Swahili word or 10 words. Am I able to remember those 10 words? See, now you start speaking and then you write them down. Like you speak, having a monologue. You try to speak to a partner, which is actually, yeah, and also you know this. If you put your money, if you invest money in something, it will costly for you not to do the necessary. You can invest in a teacher, for example, God is a good teacher. She can go ahead and start teaching you Kiswahili, because here you really need someone to hold you, someone to lift you up, someone to lift you from intermediate to intermediate. Look for Mariana, try to understand who is Mariana right now. Look for Abdul. Where is Abdul on the way today? I was expecting to see him.
Abdul said Abdul said earlier that he will not be able to come because he is doing something right now. And Mariana, can you understand Russian?
Oh no, never, nothing, zero.
I
I'm
don't
zero
know.
things.
Someone texted here in Russian.
Oh la la.
ONG. I don't know.
Labda
Please write in
anashtuka
English.
Kirusi.
Please write in English or Kiswahili. Will understand. Or maybe French.
Yeah.
But write in English.
Yes, or maybe Tagalog. Is it Tagalog?
No, please. Write in English or Swahili.
Yeah. So
I
for
wanted to add on this.
Mhm.
I wanted to add on this. If you are also on the accents, you know, I'm very I like accents so much. I don't know why. I like some accents of some other parts and some other parts I don't like. So I'm very what will I say? I'm very choosy when it comes on accent. So I choose which country exactly do I want. So who should I get? So I'm like that. So on that, if you are an intermediate and you want to look for someone to get the accents, maybe you can join our Discord, or maybe if you have an internet connection, you can join, what is it called? Is it called Tandem? Yeah, or High Native. Those are apps where learners, so you go there and you meet a partner. Maybe you are an English speaker and you want to learn Swahili, and someone wants to learn English but their native language is in Swahili. So you two can exchange languages. You go teach her or him English and they will teach you Swahili. So you can get someone from there, and those people usually have their location. Their location is indicated inside the app. So you can go and pick someone, maybe you start learning with them just like that. Tandem and High Native are good apps for that. That is, if you have an internet connection, you can choose that. But you can use them in some other things if you don't have an internet connection, like just like learning, making phrase, what are they called? Making word cards, those things you can learn that way. But if you have an internet connection, the better, because you are going to Mwalimu Koni, okay, let's see what Vadensi is saying. Mwalimu Koni, please translate what I'm saying. What did you say? I can't translate Tagalog. Okay, just write. I'm going to translate. I will translate. Swahili with Mariana is telling us, define your goal, what you want to learn in Swahili and what you want to achieve. And another thing that I know that has been giving me pressure about the goals, something that maybe you wouldn't like to do, or maybe you will do, you might want to do so that you can see the pressure and maybe you'll stop or continue. This is something that when I started learning languages, I usually, not usually, but I had to put pressure on myself to be, maybe I used to say, this day I need to have gotten 10 words, 10 words each day, 10 words each day. So I used to write the words and I stick them on the wall. Then when I go there, maybe when I go to wash the utensils, I'll see the words and I'll remember. When I go anywhere, I'll see. So that thing put so much pressure on me, because everywhere I was going, those were the things that were running on my mind, and I couldn't do anything else. And I had to stop that method. Maybe if you, that method can suit you, you can use it. Maybe it will help you, because for me it helped me, but it was toxic, so I stopped. Or maybe if it can help you, you can try it and see. And another method I use is, if you like writing, that is, I like writing, that's why I use that method. I write journals. I write maybe after you have finished doing something, or at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, you can write something, what happened yesterday, what you hope will happen today, what you expect, something like that. Gordon Brook. What is Gordon Brook saying? I don't understand. Another thing, find a Swahili partner. Mariana is writing for us. Find a Swahili partner. Learn 5 words every day. So did you use that method in French?
Yeah, I actually, it really helped a lot, because we used to have books. So in those books, we used to listen to audio. We had audio parts, and we have the words, and we had, like, for example, your interest. What is your interest? Why did I learn French? I wanted to go to French. That is one. Secondly, I was thinking about, if I learn like a subject, or I go do my master's in France, will I be able to catch up anything? So the challenge was, I need to go to France, so I need to learn French. So what are the possibilities? They are endless. They are endless. You know, like, you look for the countries which speak French, and then you French. Wow. And then France, Canada, and the same way. There's is it that you want to work here, and then life is good here, the weather is the bomb. You know, like, life is quite cheap once you have some little money, and yeah, there's a lot of advantages working and living in Africa. And then we are rich in friendship culture completely. So if you really want to come to where, you know, yeah, like, oh, this is the way we live our lives, this is our good, you know, you find people coming from Congo, coming from Nairobi, coming from Tanzania, people coming from Turkana, the northern part, the southern part of Kenya. You find that these people are, if you go to, let's say, for example, or America, and then they say, oh, you guys run. Not all of us run. I know we have a good record of running. We acknowledge that, but when it comes to think about it, it's like we have this rich culture. We have the Maasai people who really are beautiful. They have jambo, they have their own clothing. It's beautiful. You go to the coast, you find that they cook some nice chapati and nice flowers, and then you're like, you just appreciate their culture. Think about the way of marriage of people. Yeah. So basically we are what? 80% Christians, 10% Muslims, and 5% other. Those ones we don't know where they come from. So you find that they have incorporated, sorry to say, they have incorporated their way of life, Christianity plus their way of life. So you find that it blends so well, and then they bring out the rich culture, the rich Swahili culture from their cooking, from when you even circumcision, and you go to Western, you find people are doing circumcision out in the wild, in the bush. They just, like smear themselves with colorful clay, and then they start walking like that, naked and all that. So like people just mesmerize, because I mean, if you come to a country whereby people don't have such culture, you'd be like, oh, so it's either a culture shock or it's so cool. Wow, people are walking out naked. Yeah. So and yeah, that is always between the age of like 8 to 16 there. Yeah, that's that teenage area. That is how they do their circumcision. So you go to for example, a place like Central, and then you find that they really have this way of celebrating. They have this way of doing their weddings, of ways of like curating their decorations. And you go to Samburu, you find that these people shave their head completely. They put some nice, colorful clay on their hair, and then they have this thing for and this what can I say, some strings, and then they tie their hair, and then they have one lock like this, which is upward like this. And it's so funny. You find that the Maasai, they beat themselves. They have very nice, necklaces that is making their neck long. And then you find that these people are so pretty. Then you go to some where else? Samburu, you find some very tall women. You're like, wait, man, it's just so beautiful. The culture is so rich. Everyone is beautiful. People are living their lives. No, it's just that this modernization has really killed our traditions, and people want to become communal and all that. But if you go back to the village life, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. And Eduardo Corrales Tamayo is saying, Eduardo, I think Eduardo is an advanced Swahili learner. He's saying ni muhimu sana kupata mwenza wa lugha. It's very important to get a Swahili, what is it called, a Swahili fellow, someone that you are going to learn Swahili with. It is very important. So if you are in that level where you think you can't do it anymore by yourself, or maybe you still think that you can do it by yourself, maybe I challenge you, you go and look for a learner. You can which are the methods for looking for a learner? Maybe you want a certain accent, or maybe you don't. So it depends with what you want. For you looking for a learner, you can go to Google and search those things. Maybe you want a learner from this country. What are the benefits that you are going to get? Or maybe you can go to an app for language exchange, where you get someone, you teach them maybe Spanish. Like I know Eduardo knows Spanish. Maybe you can get someone where you teach them Spanish and they teach you Swahili. And that person, because they are native, they will give you their accent, because that is what I believe in. When you have a language partner and you talk with them like continuously or for a long period of time, you are just talking to them while you are learning, I bet you will get that accent. You will get the accent. So take caution on the person that you will choose, because maybe you might be wanting to go to Tanzania. Let's see first what Justin Babire is saying. Asanteni kwa live chat hiyo, lakini mimi mwenyewe siwezi kusikia vizuri kwa sababu ya echo. Nani ana echo?
Hebu atuambie labda ni mimi.
Pengine ama umeka video mbili utoe moja.
Ni moja tu.
Ama ni mimi niko na video mbili. Sidhani.
Na hapo je, unanisikia vizuri?
Samahani sana Justin Babiri. Mimi nakusikia vizuri. Ndio. Nakusikia vizuri. Sasa sijui Justin.
Hebu atueleze kwanza, hatujaeleza na watu waulize maswali. Kwa nini wanaogopa sana?
Watu nafikiri watu wanasikiliza, wengine pengine wanaandika vitu kani.
Waje waulize maswali mengi zaidi, sisi tuko hapa kwa ajili yao.
As I was saying, if for instance if you want to go to Tanzania, maybe you want to go to Tanzania maybe on, let's say, next year 2022 June, and maybe you want to go when you can speak or hear something, kindly go get a language partner from Tanzania, because a Kenyan language partner will help you. But when you go to Tanzania, that's where you will struggle more. You will have more struggle than when you could have gotten a Tanzanian, because when you get a Tanzanian, at least you will get used to their accent, because there are some things, for instance, something like alisema, they say alisema instead of alisema. So you see, if you are a learner, you will get confused. So if you have a specific place to go and get somewhere from that place, because we have different accents, even though the language is the same. And apart from accents, some letters, we have different letters. For instance, for the word kudhani, we say kudhani for thinking or assuming, kudhani. But some Tanzanians will say kuzani. So you might get confused. So you should go and get especially if you are in a hurry to go somewhere, maybe in few months or few weeks, go and get someone from that country. Because even if you will get someone, yes, in teaching, in writing and all that, in teaching the Swahili grammar, you can get someone from anywhere, either Kenya or Tanzania. But when it comes to practicing and getting to listening and talking, I think I advise on getting someone from the country that you want to go. If you are in a hurry, you are immediately leaving. But if you are not in a hurry, you can try both. You can go and see the Tanzanian, they say kuzani, Kenya they say kuzani. Also it means the same thing. So when you come, you won't have any problem. You will know kuzani and kuzani means the same thing. But when you are in a hurry, just go and get someone that will help you catch things faster about that country, because we have very different pronunciations. Even though us natives can understand each other, someone from Tanzania and someone from Kenya can understand each other, but when it comes to a learner, maybe you will understand, but afterwards, after the conversation has ended. So be very careful on that. And something that Mariana said is about having monologues, talking to yourself. When I started learning Tagalog, I was having monologues in the house. And people used to laugh at me, but at this point I can see how much it has helped me so much. So the monologues will try and help you, or they trick your brain, kind of, I'm not sure. They trick your brain to stop thinking in English. When you are at that point where you think in English, then you translate before you can talk. That is a very hard period. But when you start doing the monologues, that phase will easily, I don't know if I need to say easily, but that phase will pass than when you are not doing like that. Because when you are doing some monologues, just because the reason for doing monologues is because maybe you don't have someone to talk to in the house. Oh my god, this Russian young, I don't know if he's a guy or a lady, still talking to us in Russian, but I don't understand. I don't understand. Yes, even Vadensi agrees on monologues. When you are doing monologues, that means maybe in that house, in that place, you don't have someone who you can converse with, because it is nice when you converse with someone face to face and not just on the internet, or it is nice on the internet, but it is very nice when you converse with someone face to face. But what do you do when you don't have that person? Go and have monologues. Go and have monologues. People are going to laugh at you. That is the fact. So be prepared. People are going to laugh at you, but after that, you are going to see some improvements that you had not, like this phase where people struggle so much, and they wish, like some people, someone was asking me, let me just say, some people were asking me, they are in this phase where yes, they can understand something, but in replying or responding, they need to think, like thinking in English. You translate what they have said, in English, and then now you start answering by translating it again in English, then answer. So you see, that is very hard, and you can be helped by the monologues. Monologues tricks your mind, actually, because they will think you actually know how to speak that language, so why are you translating it? So when you have monologues, your language will just catch up, and it will know, oh, that this person actually knows how to speak this language. You should not be translating each time, and you should always be. Another thing people struggle with is confidence. You know, when you are learning a new language, it is very, how will I say, it is very intimidating, or will be, let me say, shy to talk to people, even on chats. To talk to people in that language, because you are afraid of making a mistake. And something you need to know is that when you are learning a language, you should be happy when you make the mistake, especially when you are talking and you make a mistake. I think you should be happy, because you talked and you noticed the mistake. You should be happy because your language is getting something. Your language has noted this is a mistake, you should do it that way. So you should not be afraid on making a mistake or something like that. Just go and continue, make those mistakes, and after you make that mistake, write it down. Don't memorize it, because when you memorize, oh, I had made a mistake here, next time I should do it like this. No, just if you don't have a place to write, maybe at that point you can write on your hand. I remember when I was still new, maybe a year in learning Tagalog, I used to, my hand was always full of writings. Like, I remember one day when I went to the shop, and the shopkeeper was asking me, what have you written on your hand? Are you a teacher? And I was laughing, but I just told him it's nothing, because I used to write, when I make a mistake, I just write on my hand, and I know next time, because I didn't like going on books every time, each and every time you're just going on books. Thanks for following us, Justin Babi. So Justin knows English, and he was writing to us using Russian. Justin. So I didn't like going on books each and every time I'm writing, so I used to write on my hand. Just a quick note, I write, I did a mistake here, maybe I did this, and next time when I talk, I will have improved. And I usually noted those things, and my brain grew broader. So maybe you should check on that. Things to avoid. Yeah, don't translate on your head. Or when you are still starting the process of hearing and communicating, most of the people, or maybe everyone who learns language, they start by translating. You start by translating from your head. So what I was saying is, when you want to move away from that phase, because it is very annoying when you start thinking, maybe someone has said hujambo, and you go start translating, what is hujambo? Oh, it is hi, so I should say sijambo, that is hi too. It is very annoying. So you go and reply to them sijambo, but you have already translated. So with that, the solution is just doing a monologue. Or maybe if you can you can get a partner. Like I was saying, get a partner, maybe have 1 hour every day. Just talk, and you will just see yourself improving, and you will be surprised maybe at some point. And just like Mariana is saying, don't pressure yourself, don't cram words, because this is what people do. I also did that when I started learning languages. I used to cram words. The one that I said, I used to do 10 words per day, and it was a must. So I used to write 10 words each day. I write them on a book. Then I had some cards, these office cards, the yellow, green ones. So I used to write on those cards, and then I stick on the wall, and I have written them on my book. When I go to the kitchen, I'm just seeing those cards. Anywhere I go, I'm seeing those cards. And then at night, I sit down and I write the words that I have memorized on that day. And then I will tick and say, maybe you have memorized 8. And then I used to get frustrated very fast because of that. Because sometimes I will reach a point and be like, today you have gotten like 6, 9 or 8 words. So why did you get 6 words today? You need to get the 9 or 10. I used to get stressed. It's not a nice thing. So make sure you know which method to use. That is if you have a teacher, let the teacher be your best. What other thing do you have to say, Mariana? I've talked a lot.
Don't worry. We are just here to interact and be happy and learn Kiswahili. Basically, we've covered where to start and how to improve learning Swahili and the things to avoid. And for example, I will talk about interests. Yeah, develop on your interests. If your interest is culture, if your interest is politics, if your interest is communication, if you interest, for example, if you work in a domain that is in communication, try to find everything about communication, how Kiswahili people or how Swahili people communicate with the others. So if it's all about sports, try to learn everything about sports in Kiswahili. Now, find your interest. Where does your interest lies? So, if you're a student in the university or high school and you're taking Kiswahili as one of the subjects, try to find your interest. Something that really intrigues you, something that makes you feel like so good about yourself. Like when I was in high school, I was like learning a language wasn't really part of me, but after high school, I was like, wow, so it is. It's a possibility I can learn a language and I can really enrich myself. And plus, you will be bilingual, multilingual. I mean, how nice is that? So you're opening your scope so big that by then you finish learning that language, you're like, wow, I'm bilingual. So every time you look like, oh, I'm Swahili English speaker. Oh, I'm Russian Kiswahili speaker. Oh, what? I'm English and a Russian speaker. So you become a bilingual, and it's cool being bilingual because you can always go to Twitter and tweet in that language that you've learned, and people will be like, what is it that you're saying? Go to Facebook, try to get videos, try to record yourself while speaking that language, and then you laugh at yourself when you make mistakes. And that is how people move, that is how they learn, that is how they understand everything. You make a mistake, you laugh, and you're like, oh no, what have I done? And then you keep on replaying that video. You can even go to TikTok, my journey. You can start a channel, my journey learning Swahili, and then you take videos about yourself learning Kiswahili. You take videos on yourself doing mistakes, and like human is to error. We are not complete. Even as we are here, it's not that we're really, really complete 100%, but we try our best to be the best. So just try and find your interest. Where is your interest? That one really, really, really will help you a lot. So if you're a journalist and you want to find work here in Nairobi or Kenya or in Tanzania or Uganda, you can challenge yourself. Always do like create videos with that. That's one I think will really work. Will really work because first of all you're gaining a following because of that language. So you come to East Africa, you search for people from East Africa, try to find how they are tweeting, try to find how they're doing their videos. Is it in Kiswahili? There's this popular guy from Tanzania who normally makes TikTok videos. I don't know if you know him. He makes TikTok videos, very funny videos. So you can follow them and try to see, try to control, try to decode what is it that they're trying to say. What is it that they're trying to communicate. And then from there, you'll find out through comedy or through funny videos, you get to understand everything. So there's this time way back in what 2018 or 2019 when I was learning French. So I went to Instagram and I looked for people who speak French, and I got a whole lot, especially the comedians. Although they speak so quickly in in French, the same way in Kiswahili, you will find out at first that people are not even breathing through their poses. It's fast. They're speaking so fast, but as time goes by, you realize it's not actually how fast they are, that is how they speak. So you pick things little by little, even if it's something so small that you pick, you pat yourself in the back on the back, you buy yourself something nice, a gift, because you've learned something, because you've covered a milestone, because you have been doing a good job since the year started. So it's really good when you start, like now we're starting a new year, new goals, learning Kiswahili. My number one teacher is Connie, my number one teacher is Mariana. And when we make videos, when we create videos, we really think about you, we put you in mind. Yeah. That is why we are here to create videos, to make your life simple and to make you learn Kiswahili in a simplest way. Kiswahili is fun, it's a beautiful language. It's spoken like, what can I say? Angalia hata niko karibu kuongea Kiswahili. Anyway, it's spoken like if South Africa can sit down and say that let's bring Kiswahili, which is a uniting language, in universities, in high school, in colleges, it's something really big, and it's something that is going to be big in the next future. So learning Kiswahili, it's a plus for you. It's a plus for you because you can look at universities in America, universities in Europe, universities in Australia, you find that they teach one of the African languages. So I think it's compulsory for you to do an extra language in campus, in the university. So if you decide to take either any of the African languages, we have Zulu, we have Kiswahili, we have Hausa, we have Igbo, we have Amharic, we have many, many African languages. But Kiswahili is number one because of the number of people that are speaking it. Yeah. If over, I don't know, 150 million, I think, are speaking the language, why not? Why not learn it? So I will challenge you today, those people who have come to our live chat, yeah, to just learn Kiswahili. It's you become unstoppable with an extra language. Yeah.
Learning languages is fun. I love it. But yeah, learning languages is very fun, especially when you can speak something, you can talk to someone, and the other person will, I don't know. When you can speak to someone in another language, Mariana is always moving out. I think her internet is not working well. Pretty nice tips. It's really nice listening to both of you. Can you repeat about Swahili poems? So that one is about Mariana.
Yep. No, I can hear some echo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, I was hearing some echo, so I refreshed my page. I thought maybe the echo is coming from my side, but I don't think it's coming from my side.
Or maybe they can tell us where they are hearing the
Yeah, yeah.
And the way Tiago Ray is saying, you are the one who are talking about poems and requesting if you can repeat. Can you repeat about Swahili poems, tafadhali? Maybe he loves poems. Yeah.
Yeah, there are many, many, many Kiswahili poems. Yani, we call them mashairi. Mashairi ya Kiswahili ni mazuri sana. We have very, very beautiful. It's just rich in language that you find yourself when you listen to the poems, you're just taken away. We're just taken away. I don't know. Is he in your group?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's in your group, I think we will take this further and maybe share some of the Swahili, poems in the group. I can share. We have many, many of them. Connie, I know you remember some of them when you're in high school or primary or or kindergarten. And we used to really sing very beautiful poems.
I remember them, but I think I'm not a fan of poems. But I remember them.
What do you mean?
Very nice.
No way. We are not friends if you're not a fan of poems.
I think I'm not a fan of poems. Poems are very nice.
So
their rhythms.
Can you hear me?
But in saying that you still have an echo.
Yeah, I don't know. I refreshed mine already, and I don't have any other YouTube page or YouTube wall that is on. No, I don't think so.
What might be the problem?
I have no idea. My internet connection is great. And yeah.
I don't know what could be the, or maybe we should set something. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe we can speak a little bit louder so that they can hear us.
Can you hear us properly?
But let me try mute and see if it's going to be the same.
I can't hear you. Did you say something?
Yeah, I muted so that if you can find out where the echo is coming from, if it's coming from my side or your side, you can try mute.
I think maybe the echo is coming because you have connected with chat and with the live, or what do you
No.
think?
No, my chat is not here. I'm not tapping. Hati my chat is not here. Guy, English. Oh, it's from my side. Okay. Let me try and get some earphones.
Okay. Tiago Reis, did you get an answer from what I has said, or maybe you want some more explanations? And I hope for those who have joined the chat, they have gotten something. Maybe if you are a beginner and you wanted to start learning Swahili.
Funny, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, do we still have the echo?
I don't know because I can't hear an echo at all.
Oh, so right now, now Vadensi, tell us, can you still hear an echo from this side?
Vadensi,
Oh
you
no.
can tell us.
He's still
You
saying
can't hear
that?
an echo?
Yeah, yes, I can hear your voice properly, but it has echo. Okay, so that's a bit crazy. Now, Connie, we were talking about the we were speaking about the poems. I mean, and how people can get poems. We have mwingi wa mashairi, a book called Mwingi wa Mashairi. It was written by Ombui, a friend of mine. Yeah, he writes poems. So ni diwani ya mashairi. So it's a collection of poems. And you can go to, if you're in Nairobi, you can go to Textbook Center and get a collection of poems where you can really enjoy them and just read them. And also online, you can just type Swahili poems and you can always find them. I was thinking maybe Connie is going to, recite for us a beautiful poem. A teacher is always ready, Connie.
Yes, it's not about a teacher. We should always be ready, but it depends on what.
On the
It sometimes
poems.
depends.
Okay, there's this one we used to sing about Samaki. I think you remember it.
I don't know.
No way. We used to be very, very, vocal when you're in primary school, kindergarten, and now high school. Yeah, it used to go like this, yeah? Samaki mnyama mdogo huishi ndani ya maji, akiona binadamu huzama ndani ya maji. Samaki mnyama mdogo ukimla ni mtamu hata chini. So just simple words.
I've never never heard of that one. But we used to do a lot of poems. I also did some. We even went some competitions with poems. Those people with deep voices. We went for competitions on poems, choral verses, those things. I used to do of poems. So in learn on, I will not focus on poems because when you are learning a language, I think you should focus on what you have an interest on and what you very, not what you just like a little. You should focus on what you like so much. So that's the trick there. I think Ariana, you love poems so much. I'm not a fan of poems, so
For me, as long as everything Kiswahili, get a poem, song, podcast, everything is just, I go with everything. Everything goes. Everything goes for me.
aside from poems, maybe I'm a fan of taarabu music. I'm a fan of taarabu music. So with poems,
Taarabu.
no, but
Taarabu songs are nice.
yeah. We talk about songs, the songs that you should. Wow, I like it, Verdant. And then what's Tiago is the one who said I liked it. I think it's about the poems. I think he's a fan of
Yeah,
poems too.
it's like balagtasan. Karibu nijiume ulimi.
It's like Balagtasan here in Philly.
Balagtasan.
The way you,
Oh yeah.
I think that's a poem, Balagtasan. I think it's a poem. Yeah. I think it's a poem there in Tagalog or something like that. So with songs, we want to learn with songs or maybe poems. If you want to learn the grammar, perfect grammar, poems are very the rhythms, they have the vocabulary. Some of the vocabularies are that they will just keep you going. You will find some word that means the same another modern word. It's nice when you learn some deep Swahili. So with poems you will get those kinds of things. So if you want perfect grammar, go with poems. And if you just want to learn for fun or maybe for traveling, but maybe you want to learn in a fun way, you can go with songs. But most of the songs are not nice because we have some songs where they mix English and Kiswahili, some mix English and Spanish, some mix even English and mother tongue, and some of the songs do not have, like, they don't have the correct grammar because of the cutting of the songs. I don't know what we learned in Swahili about what is it from Shairi, the freedom of a poet, or so they cut those things, and songs are not a very good match for learning, but maybe you can use them. The that I can recommend is maybe Taarabu. Taarabu are Asian songs from the people, most of them from Mombasa, not most of them, actually all from Mombasa, some are from Tanzania. Those are the people with music. They have a different rhythm. When you just hear a Taarabu song once, the next time you hear it, you know this is Taarabu, because they are very long songs and they have the vocabularies, the deep vocabularies, and you will not find just anyone singing Taarabu. There are those people who are very fluent in Swahili, those people from the coast and Tanzania, and those vocabularies are just amazing. Someone from Nairobi, maybe from Nairobi, might not understand some things in the Arabic songs. Because that Swahili is very deep, and that's why I like the Arabic song. So if you also want to learn deep Swahili and you are not into poems, maybe you can opt for Tarabu songs. They are very nice, very educative, they have a message, and the grammar is nice. Apart from these other songs, we have bongo music, like we have the ones for Diamond. Yeah, Diamond has nice songs, but those songs are not good for learning because some words are just mixed, some words you can't translate, some words they use sheng, some words they use mother tongue, they add French, they add Spanish, so they are not that good, even though you can just along. But when you want the perfect grammar, go for poem at Tarabu song. That's what I can say on that.
Yeah, maybe we can be sharing some poems from time to time. Like in the groups, we share some poems and then we ask people to recite them and see how the drill goes. Like for example, on a Saturday afternoon, we can put a poem of one stanza, two stanzas, and then we ask them to recite. And then we look for that person who is reciting the with a Kiswahili accent, like palikuwa na baba mmoja, like that long, really, really beautiful accent, and then they recite it in such a way that it's so beautiful, and then give them some claps. It can be a way of a nice way to encourage people to speak, a nice way to encourage people to record themselves and articulate the words nicely, like Swahili words. It can be a nice project.
Yeah, I think that is a very nice idea, but I think we can do it on our Discord channel.
Yeah, we can. Yes,
Discord
we can
is
actually.
it is a very nice platform where you can read at the same time and write. You can send mails and you can identify a particular person. Um, than WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp was not meant for learning. It was just meant. But when you Discord, it is very different. Maybe you can come there and maybe you post what you're talking about and people will start catching up. Because we also have what is it called? We also have every Sunday. Every Sunday we hold conversations. We read a story where people read a story, then we correct each other, just like that. So with the idea of poems, maybe you can also start on Discord, because I think identifying the person, and on WhatsApp when you text when a new person cannot see their messages, so that is another problem that we have on.
Yeah, actually,
What
that's
do
a
you
very
think?
good idea. We can sample people. Like for example, we send the poems to Vardency and Tiago and somebody who was here early. So 3 people, and then we give them the way it should go, and then they recite, and then once they recite, we give them hugs and accolades, and it can be something really fun we can do together.
Yeah.
It's a proposition that maybe we can consider later. Yeah, this platform is good. It's really good. Once they come, and then you give them the link, they can join, and then they do recite. Then they feel useful.
Yeah. So I hope those who have joined us have learned something. Has. I hope those who have joined us have learned something. If you have any question, ask the question before we end this session. Or if you want to know any app that you can use, maybe you are a tourist, you want to go somewhere for a tour. Tiago Reis is supporting, saying it is a good idea. It is a good. I also believe it is a good idea. You can join on our Discord channel, and we create that section for people who will be joining. So they were saying, if maybe you want, there is echo, maybe we can. Oh, okay. You can feel an echo, on my side.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it. It's like there's an echo. There's a very, very big echo. Yeah, my voice
Okay,
sounds
yeah,
funny.
Okay. Okay, can you guys hear an echo from my side?
It's like there's an echo, and then it stops when you speak, and then it continues, and then when you speak, it stops, and then like that. I think now I understand the one who was speaking about an echo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, if you
Yeah.
recommendations,
Or maybe what you can talk
what were you
about.
saying?
When are you having your next? When are you having your next live chat?
I don't know. Not sure. I'm not
Oh, okay,
sure
so
of when. Maybe you can tell us, when do you live chat with join?
yeah, mine. I think I'll have to really come up with a topic, a good one.
Okay.
So here is my channel, Swahili with Mariana. Please go like,
Share,
and whatever thing
subscribe.
that exactly if it makes you happy. Well, we are here to give out, knowledge about Kiswahili and have fun and enjoy
Yeah.
Swahili lessons all the way.
Yeah. And as I told you guys, the learn Swahili with Mariana. Is it Swahili with Mariana? The
Yeah,
Swahili with
Swahili with
Mariana
Mariana.
channel. Swahili with Mariana usually uses Swahili most. If you are an intermediate, when I teach, I don't use Swahili most of the times. Because maybe I don't use Swahili most of the times. I like to in English explaining it. For example, in Swahili, but Mariana teaches in Swahili. So if someone who would like to sharpen your listening skills, can go and start listening to her channel and those kinds of things. Even if Mariana also posts poems and conversations, so you can go with the vibe and see how you're going to go with it, because you'll be training your ear on to hearing Swahili words, so it will be a wonderful thing. If you are someone who is looking somewhere to listen to Swahili conversations, you can go there. So do you have a question, guys, as we wrap up? Any question? Mariana, you also don't have any question.
For me, I have a question from them to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what is it that they have picked from this conversation? Because we've spoken about a lot of things, and they can leave their comments like on the commentary area, comment section, so that we can know exactly if you're doing a good job or not. What do you think, Connie?
I don't know. They are the one to decide. So you can tell us, what have you picked from the conversation? Maybe if you are writing or if you are listening, maybe you picked something, talking with natives, doing monologues, all those things. What to do if you are just a beginner, you are starting in Swahili, you don't know where to start from, you don't know where to go, what you should do. You have picked something from that. Like we have a lot of groups on Facebook, and many people want to learn Swahili, and they are asking you how they're going to learn and they don't have an internet connection. You know, Mariana, one of the things I noticed, I used to have that idea before, but one of the things I noticed is that when you have when you want to learn a language, you want to gain something, so you need to be willing to remove something. You can't gain a language just like that. You need to have that a bit of struggle. So if you don't have an internet connection or choppy, who is having an echo vadency. So maybe if you don't have an internet connection, you can go on the conversation. So we did something great. Tiago raised a conversation. You can go on Facebook and join those groups. On Facebook, you can get a go with that partner. Maybe you can explain to each other. Maybe you don't have enough internet. We'll be talking at this time, and you just created yourself a schedule for learning Swahili. You guys have explained everything. Judith, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the recommendation for this topic. Thank you so much. It's because of you that you have done it. Thank you so much, Judith. So I think that's all on my side. Maybe Mariana, you can add on something, or Mariana, I think you should unmute yourself. You should unmute. You have muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, guys. So, what I was saying is, you guys, you're the best, and learning a new language is always a good motivation to start the year or even to continue with your year. And it feels nice to be bilingual. So I will encourage you to continue learning Kiswahili and put more effort in learning Kiswahili. We are always here for you in case if you need anything. And if you want us to be your friends, we can always be your friends. We can always help you learn and move forward from the levels that we've mentioned, from beginner to advanced and intermediate. So we are always here. Feel welcomed, ask any questions. And once you watch the videos, if you feel you don't understand, write to Connie directly. Tell her, hey, Connie, I don't get this. So what is this word? What does it mean? I mean, how can I improve it? So the conversation is not ending here. We still continue having this conversation of Kiswahili. And thank you so much, Connie, for this platform and just encouraging them where to start and how to improve learning Swahili. It's a beautiful language, yeah? So run with it. Take it and go, take the goal and run with it. No, I wish I could just say a lot, but yeah, I think we'll have many, many more opportunities to interact with you and with the rest of the team and your guys. So sorry, I had invited a friend of mine, but we went to Moranga. Moranga is a place, it's a small town in Kenya. So I hope that next time he's going to join. And asante sana Tiago, Judy, nani mwingine ambaye sijamtaja. Jina hili ngumu. Yeah, also I have a Kiswahili accent, so don't worry, Vadensi. Oh goodness. Vadensi, Vadensi. I will know how to pronounce your name next time better. Who else? Jasmine was here, Eduardo,
Judith,
Gordon, Brooke. Hey, Kilambo, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your presence completely. Yeah, and thanks to our teacher Connie for this opportunity. We love you. Tunakupenda sana.
Wapenda
Yeah, we
pia.
should continue with
Love you
this.
too, guys. And if maybe you want to continue a conversation, maybe you have not understood something, I think our Discord channel will be the best place to ask, because we have a place for questions, answering, place for notes. We have so much things on our Discord channel, so you can just join. The link is everywhere on our channel. You can get any video the link. Even on this video you have the link for our Discord channel. So if you want to continue the conversation with us, the doors are not locked. Just join the channel. You can text us there. I know Facebook is a large place, and also WhatsApp is a large place where we have people together. Maybe you can text, and your text might not be seen, but when you are on Discord, when you text on a specific channel, a question and answer, people will see it. This is a question. So you see, maybe you can join there if you want to continue the conversation and you want the question to be answered. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Tiago, Judith, Vadensi. I think Eduardo, there are a lot of people. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, I hope this talk have helped you somehow. If you are just starting to learn Swahili, you want to improve on Swahili, or maybe you are an advanced learner, you want to find a partner, maybe it has helped you somehow. So I have also gained something from what Madonna said. I hope she has also gained something. I don't know. And that's all. And until next time, bye.
Kwaheri.
Kwaheri. Have a happy new year, by the way. Kuweni na mwaka mpya wenye furaha na mafanikio, wenye furaha tele na fanaka. Have a new year with happiness and prosperity.
Ya heri ya mwaka mpya. Heri ya mwaka mpya. Watakieni mwaka mpya mzuri, bora, wenye mafanikio, afya njema, furaha na kila kitu kizuri. Haya, kwaheri.